It is. Okay, now to your recent work and talking about market competitiveness and the global alignment, how would the capturing of emerging areas like the non-interest finance, sustainable finance, as well as digital assets translate into tangible capacity that makes the Nigerian capital market much more competitive and attractive, particularly for foreign direct investments?
Yeah, Benny, you see, again, talking about our markets, if you look at where we are today, I just told you about the positives in the last 1 year, but we are still very far. If you look at the major products that we have today on the main bourse, let me even use the main bourse, where you have the equities. Equities market cap is around 98 trillion. You have bond cap, again in the main bourse, that's the NGX, around 51 trillion. Then you have exchange traded funds, that's 1 trillion. So in total, that's about 180 trillion. Now, 180 trillion naira, if you put that in dollar terms, let us even use 1.5, for ease of computation, that gives you about $120 billion. Now, if you have a GDP of $250 billion based on the last rebasing exercise, that means our market to GDP is just around 48%. Compare that to a country like South Africa, for example, where you have market to GDP, equities alone in excess of 300%. And you have an economy where we are targeting $1 trillion economy by 2030. That means too that the capital market should also, grow, and it cannot happen when the level of awareness, especially among the youths, is quite low. And that is what informed what the Securities and Exchange Commission, has done. And I must commend the leadership of the SEC, under Dr. Timi Agama for coming up with this idea. The whole thing is. The NUC, of course, the NUC has the overall mandate of developing curricula for Nigerian, universities. So all that we have done is to make recommendations. Again, the NUC must be commended for even introducing securities and investment management, programs in Nigerian universities, because, as I said earlier on, that will also help to, as I said in my speech, it will help to nurture, future professionals and investors, in that area. But we realized that curriculum, is deficient in the sense that it doesn't reflect emerging, areas, the evolving financial ecosystem. So you talked about non-interest finance, yes, you won't find it there. Sustainable finance, you won't find it there. And then even the issue of cryptocurrency, digital assets, mentioned, scantily. And of course, we don't find in that curriculum the main law that is driving capital market in Nigeria, which is the ISA 2025. So that is what the SEC, has done, to set up a committee to look at this curriculum, review it, and then make recommendations to the NUC, to incorporate this in the curriculum as part of the core. They call the CC Maths, the 70% that is meant for, CC Maths. It's not about, say, leaving it to universities to include as part of their 30%, because that won't be done. A number of universities are not in a position to do that. So it's better included, as part of the mandatory, the core curriculum, minimum academic standards, 70% that the NUC is, talking about. So that's exactly what we did. We reviewed it, and then we included all these aspects that I said, as I said earlier on, form part of the evolving financial, ecosystem.
Particularly areas of digital assets, where digital the younger generation is very interested in.
Yeah.
Okay, now.